There's something about this place. If you've ever been here, you know what I mean. It's not just the view, though the view doesn't hurt. It's not just the water, though the Gulf has a way of pulling your attention whether you intend to give it or not. It's something else, something harder to put into words, because Dauphin Island isn't just a destination. It's a place where things have happened, important things, difficult things, things that, in some cases, changed the course of people's lives, and in others barely left a trace at all. Stand on the beach long enough and you start to realize something. The shoreline you're looking at isn't fixed. It shifts. It moves. Storms come through and redraw it. Currents reshape it. Time itself wears it down and builds it back up again. And what that means is this: the island you see today is not exactly the island that was here before, and it won't be the same island 100 years from now. That matters, because history out here doesn't sit neatly in one place. It doesn't stay put. It gets buried, it gets uncovered, it gets remembered and forgotten, and sometimes remembered again. A fort that once guarded a bay, a lighthouse that stood watch over the water for generations, a channel cut by a hurricane that changed everything overnight, a little schoolhouse that lasted through the decades, the storms, and the changes of life on the island itself. All of it is part of the same story. And then there are the people: sailors, soldiers, airmen, fishermen, families. Some came here on purpose. Some ended up here by circumstance. Some passed through without ever intending to stay, and some never left at all. I didn't grow up here. I'm a Tennessee boy. But somewhere along the way I found this island, and it got a hold of me. The pace of life, the birds, the breezes, the boats, the bridge stretching out over the water, and the sea beyond it. There's something about it that stays with you. And before long you realize you're not just visiting anymore. You're connected to it. It's become part of you, and you're now part of it. So now I'm a man with my feet and my heart in both places, in Tennessee and here on this island. And with that comes something else: a desire to tell the stories of this island and the bay and the coast that surrounds it and the people whose lives carved those narratives into the island itself. It's a deep, rich history, and I want to make sure those stories aren't forgotten. This island has seen war. It's seen commerce. It's seen storms that tore it apart and communities that put it back together again. It's been a place of arrival and departure, and sometimes a place where the two are hard to tell apart. And if you spend enough time here really paying attention, you start to realize something else. The stories don't announce themselves. They don't come with markers every time. They don't always sit behind glass or inside a museum. Sometimes they're just there, in the shape of the land, in the trace of a shoreline, in the way that something is built, or where it used to be. And that's what this podcast is about. Not just telling history, but finding it, digging it out of the sand where the winds of time have buried it, understanding it, and when possible, putting it back in its place. This is Dauphin Island Diaries, where we'll explore the people and the places and the moments that shape this island, the waters around it, and the stories that are still here if you know where to look. And this is one of those stories. I'm Big John Summers, and these are Dauphin Island Diaries. May you enjoy fair winds today and a beautiful Dauphin Island sunset.